want money or the service? Did you want money or the service? Oh. Did you tell him it was just live streaming? Did you remind Jim about his phone?
Jim, can you make sure your phone doesn't have Wi-Fi on? Turn off the Wi-Fi for the church. Okay, great. Which airport?
Is Pat in?
Christ in me sees the Christ in you. Everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. To know to be love, and I know love will stay alive. If the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. Christ in me and the Christ in you. If my friend feels sad or broken every time that my heart opens, love makes its way into the world. When the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength.
Namaste. The Christ in me recognizes the Christ in you. And together, all of us, it takes two. That recognition of Christ in this world, in our relationships with one another. And so I'd like to welcome you to the Life Enrichment Center. If you heard a little chatter before things started, you can't imagine what goes on here before we actually turn on the cameras. So we're here and we're ready to go. So I'd like to invite us all, if we would, just close our eyes and just be present with this moment. Focus on slowing down our breathing and just peacefully breathing in and breathing out. Feeling ourselves relaxing into this present moment. Letting go of any cares or concerns. Just feeling the peace and well-being that is present right where we are, present as we are. And we just feel that now we recognize that presence as truly the only life there is. And we just allow our awareness to be that it is the only life we are. That our recognition and our realization that there is no other life and we are not experiencing any other life allows healing to come to our physical body. It allows peace and calm to come to our emotions and clarity to come to our mind. And so in this moment of well-being, of balance and peace and clarity, our prayer is that everyone who is calling for healing of the physical body, of emotions, of mind, that in this moment, healing is taking place. We see that, we affirm that, we recognize that, we accept that. Healing within all beings, in the body, in the emotions, in the mind. And we recognize that because the one life that is a life of peace. That peace is permeating every cell and tissue of every being, is filling every mind with an awareness of peace, with a clarity in decision-making, in clarity in the words that are spoken, clarity in the actions that are taken. For we recognize and we accept peace on earth right here and right now. No matter what, no matter where, peace is present, and we recognize that here and now. And so in gratitude that our prayers are answered as we allow them to be, and that they are answered as we accept the truth beneath them and through them, we recognize this prayer this morning as answered. And so it is. Amen. All right. Well, this is a brand new month, the first Sunday in June, and we are starting a new focus, and this is our opening affirmative statement. So I'd like you to repeat after me. I know that I am. I experience me as the one I believe myself to be. I see the world as I declare it to be. I am the joy, peace, love, and harmony of the world I desire to see. All right, that's a good one. Okay. Well, we have a few announcements. Our opening affirmative statement was based on our June theme, the power of declaration, and CDs of today's talk, I Am, I Said, will be available upon request for $3 and on the podcast at our website, lecflint.com, tomorrow. Okay. Now, some of you may be wondering, when we'll be opening LEC for in-sanctuary Sunday service. And our steering committee met last Sunday, and we've decided to continue live streaming only for the month of June. And this will give us all an opportunity to see how things flow for us individually as Michigan opens up to a greater physical interaction with each other. As we, members and friends of LEC, know, we are an unruly group, rugged individualists, which is to say we believe that what seems true for us individually and what feels right for us is our inner spirit guiding us. So we want to open the doors again with as few rules as possible. We want your experience here to be as individually comfortable as possible. And once we do open, whenever and however you choose to come here, your choice will not be judged or questioned. These are times that more clearly than ever can let us know that who we choose to be and how we choose to be individually is a personal choice, and it's okay. So, live streaming only for the month of June. All right. Well, more announcements. This coming week, we are changing the format of Take It Deeper Tuesdays so much that we're going to be doing them on Wednesdays. Still at noon, but we're calling our Wednesday get-together Beyond the Words Wednesdays. So we're going to begin a little differently with these. Since it's midweek, we're going to begin with centering meditation that will be nice, a nice balance in our week. And then we're going to just let the Sunday talks be a bouncing off point for a deeper, richer experience of our spiritual nature. And so if you want to participate, the same goes just let Jim Gould know at j.r.gould@gmail.com. No, Gould123. Oh, I had fingers going up. It's like it wasn't two, or I would think we're either peace song or, okay. j.r.gould123@gmail.com. And let him know he's going to be setting up a whole new thing by the time you get there on Wednesday. So let him know. Now, if you're new to LEC, I could say we're usually more organized than this, but that wouldn't be true. But we hope that you're not looking for organized religion, because that's not us. But you may this morning hear a few concepts that are unfamiliar to you, and we hope that you'll come back again and let those concepts become more familiar and start to be a reality within you, because they'll change your life. But for now, just know that you are so loved by the universe, and that your joy and happiness and peace and love and well-being and health and wholeness are backed by the power of the universe. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we have a new song. It's a new month. We have a new song. It's still by Gary Lynn Floyd, and it is called Unbound. We think you're going to like it.
Open your mind, unfold your heart, relax your senses, feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear, looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down, go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath, release your cringe. Love without waiting, slowly unhinge. You ain't got a thing to fear, looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down, go deeper still until you come unwound. Stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. Already who you are. So lift up your voice. Lift it up now. Let it be heard. Let it be heard. And tell me your story. Tell it to me. And don't leave out a word. Not a word, no. 'Cause I think I have been there too. I'm a seeker just like you. And you ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down, go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound.
All right. Great song. Gary Lynn Floyd is just amazing to me, as the words that he writes are just so pure and beautiful and vibrationally accurate. Well, today does begin a whole new month of focus, and as I've mentioned, it's on the power of declaration. Now, we read in the Bible that you will declare a thing and it will be established for you. So light will shine on your ways. That sounds good, doesn't it? I mean, it really does. And it is good, except even when we realize that that particular passage was taken from the book of Job. And most of us know what happened to Job. I mean, he declared a thing. He declared himself to be a fearful man, and all that he feared came upon him. Still, it's a good thing. A Course in Miracles tells us, I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. Now, we all might want to just take a moment to notice how we're feeling right now about that particular quote. Because there's a lot of us really don't like it. Because to be responsible for what we see sounds like we're being blamed for what's going on around us. And we much rather blame the world for our observations of life. After all, that's the one doing it. But being responsible isn't about blame. It is about our creative power. It is about our ability to focus on what we want to create in our life rather than accepting our life experiences by default. It's about our ability to feel what we want to experience as real within us, to feel it bubbling and on its way to becoming, rather than letting the world dictate what we can and can't have. But whether we live intentionally or by default, whether we live with the joy of anticipation or the emptiness of resignation, we are declaring a thing, and it will be established for us. Now, with all that's going on in the world, it's easy for us to focus on what we don't want. What we don't want in our personal life, what we don't want to see going on in the world, what we don't want to see on the news. It's easy to focus, and it's natural for us to react against what we see. It's even appropriate for us to walk in protest against it, as long as we remember and keep in mind what we're for, what we're marching for. When we practice peaceful protest and we feel peace within us, that's our declaration, and it will be established for us. But even if we practice nonviolent action, if we're feeling violent and angry within us, that's our declaration, and that will be established for us. Years and years and years ago, I marched with a friend in a protest against the war in Iraq. It was a peaceful march with over 1 million people. And my friend and I were so excited to take a stand for peace. When we joined hands with each other and joined hands with the people that were with us, we both were moved to tears. It felt so good that so many were coming together to make a statement for peace. I'd never marched before, and I haven't marched since. We marched and walked all the way to Union Square in San Francisco, where the organizers of the march were ready to speak. And the words that came out of their mouth were so filled with anger and rage and blame, so unpeaceful and unloving, that my friend and I had to leave. Sometimes we get so caught up in mass emotions because we're focused only on what we're against. We don't think about or give our passion to what we're for. When we declare a thing, even if it's a thing we don't want, and we focus on that thing we don't want, just like Job, it will come upon us. If I am angry becomes our habitual declaration of who we are on this earth, our creative energy and passion and attention to what we don't want, even if our intentions are good, will perpetuate and extend and expand the unwanted. And we'll find plenty in our personal life and the world around us to be angry with. We live in a spiritual, vibrational universe that's perfectly balanced by the law of attraction. The law of attraction is unconditional and non-judgmental. As hard as it may be for us to accept that the universe is listening to us and actually pays attention to our vibration, that we can never truly say, I am, to no one there, because even the chair is listening. And no matter how much we may wish it weren't necessarily so, our declarations of what we believe, no matter what we believe is right or wrong, are backed by a powerful, creative energy that brings to us invisible forms and expressions that correspond to the things we declare are true through our focus on them. The law of attraction holds no concept of right or wrong. It simply shines a light on our ways so that we can see and feel and experience physically what we're focused on. The law, it's done unto you as you believe, is still the law. We see what we believe because we believe it's there. And because we believe, it's all there is to see. And if we didn't believe, it was all there was to see, and if we didn't look for it, we couldn't see it, even if it was there. God is present. Love is present. Peace is present, even when it appears to be absent. But it's up to us to look for it. And we won't see it unless we believe it's there. The first step in achieving our goals for good, whether our goals are personal or global, or both, is for us to understand. It's only as we declare a thing we want, rather than the thing we don't want, that allows the unwanted, or allows the wanted, it allows what we want to come into our view. We may be wondering, it sounds good, altruistic, absolute, if it's even possible to focus only on a thing wanted and not fight against its opposite, the unwanted. But a similar question might be, is it possible for us to know who we are without constantly fighting against who we're not? Repeatedly affirming what we don't want is just the same as repeatedly affirming who we are not. And neither of those will give us a clear declaration of who we are and what we want, and allow those things to be established for us. The way of the heart tells us it's about accepting the truth that's true always, and being determined that truth be the foundation for which you direct each and every moment of your experience. Now, there's a lot in this world we are not, and a lot we don't want. But it would take many, many lifetimes for us to discard each unwanted thing one at a time. But we can claim the truth of who we are and what we want and what we're for right now. Because the truth is always true right where we are all the time. The holy vibration of the divine words I am caused all of creation to come forth into a creative flow of infinite possibilities for self-expression. Expressions that reflect the nature of the Creator. Science of Mind tells us whatever is true of man, of the reality of his nature, is the divine presence within him. It's the voice of God proclaiming, I am that which thou art that which I am. God is love. His word is law. Sacred texts tell us that in the beginning God saw everything that he had made, and he was really pleased with his wording. And God hasn't gone back on his word. I am is still the only creative power in the universe and in us. Everything that comes upon us begins with those two powerfully creative words. Science Mind goes on to tell us I am is another way of saying God. The I am in us is the very life of us. Without this I am, we could not exist. Oh, it's there. We know we are. The I am of God lives in everything and everyone that lives. Is it any wonder then that we and every living being wants the I am within to be spoken aloud? For our very existence to be seen and acknowledged and accepted and valued as the amazing, immeasurable, essential, unique being we all are, just as we are, no matter who we are. Maya Angelou wrote, "We all should know that diversity makes for a rich tapestry, and we must understand that all the threads of the tapestry are equal in value, no matter what their color. In the beginning and from the beginning, we have remained one beautiful creation of love together. We all matter to each other, or should, because we're not whole without each other." I am carries the power of creation that sets all life in motion and continues to weave a tapestry that has no boundaries and no end. Walt Whitman, beautiful mystical poet, wrote in the leaves of grass in his poem, Song of Myself, "I am not contained between my hat and my boots." When we're focused only on what's between our hat and our boots, or between the hat and boots of anyone else, we miss seeing the Holy One standing before us. There's so much more to all of us than meets the eye. So much more than our physical bodies could ever represent. And yet, we can see the beauty in physicality if we look at this world with our heart. It's only as we acknowledge and value every human expression, every color and texture of life, that we are able to see and hear and feel the I am love that lives in the heart of everyone. But we must know ourselves and know who we are before we can recognize who we are together. Before we can recognize the one beautiful life created by the Word of God. Only then will we recognize that no matter what hat or boots anyone is wearing, that we are seeing the beloved in costume. Ram Dass wrote, when we see the beloved in each person, it's like walking through a garden, watching flowers bloom all around us. So a good question to ask ourselves this morning is, how does my garden grow? Do I see beautiful flowers blooming all around me? Or do the weeds keep getting my attention because I believe that's what I must tend to? When we declare a thing through our thoughts and our words and our actions, it is established for us. If we want the world to change, it's essential for us to live in positive affirmation of who we are and what we want. Only then will we be able to see what matters in the garden of life. And we'll be able to see all that matters in the garden of life. Whatever is true of us, of our real nature, is the divine presence within us. The truth of what God is remains the truth of who we are. The truth of who all of us are. But it's up to us to claim our identity. The I am in us that is the very life of us. The I am that is the very life of everyone. The I am that we and the world could not exist without. The truth is always true. It will direct each and every moment of our experience if we declare it's there. So how do we remember it's there? So that we can focus our energy and our passion and our attention to it and perpetuate and extend and expand the wanted in our life and in the world. The Way of the Heart suggests this declaration. I am loved. I am loved. I am lovable forever. Let this phrase be a stairway that descends from the world of your making to the depth of perfect peace. Namaste. All right. Well, that was my talk. We'll go on from there. Okay. Well, you never know, I could start all over again. And if you're not new this morning, you'll know that's true. Okay, well, this is the time of our service when we get to say thank you. Thank you for the love, for the support of what we're doing. And we do want to continue doing what we're doing, to expand on what we're doing, to grow in what we're doing, and to be here together physically in what we're doing. And so, if you haven't yet, we invite you to contribute, to support LEC in what we're doing. So there's several different ways to do that. As we've said, let's see. You can donate on Facebook, and that's facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. You can go to our website, lecflint.com, and hit the contribute button. You can send a check. You can text. It's right above me right now. And however you want to give, bless you. And you're blessed in the giving, and we're blessed in the receiving. And it's just a beautiful affirmation of how life can support life in relationship, if that relationship is one of love. So that's it. We do have a new song this morning, and I'll just share with you that Marcia, and all of you know, was always my anchor. She was my balance. She was, just completed my Sunday service with me and for me. And so I loved having her here always. And she would say, I know you love me here, I know you want me here, but I really feel like the congregation would like to hear someone else. And I say, no, I don't think that's true. And it never was true. Yeah. But this morning we have a new song for our gratitude song. Just shake it up a bit. Marcia would so appreciate it. And this song is by Nemo Patel and Daniel Namad, and it's called Grateful. And so we're just going to play that, and I'll do my gratitude prayer after. It's a little different, and Marcia would appreciate that. So just hang back and feel your gratitude.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
All
is
that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it
You're the
all.
blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learned every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything will feel gorgeous.
All that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Every day I sit and pray, cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan. Well, there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am and everything I see, everything I hope and everything I dream, everything I feel and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
And this morning, in this beautiful holy moment, we are so grateful for it all. We are so grateful for the blessing that we are, the blessing of God, created to bless one another. All that we are is a blessing. And we are so happy, so joyous, so excited that we are a blessing expressing, that we get to love each other and create with one another, and soon touch one another. But right now, touch with our hearts and with our souls. We are one life, one blessing, one creation, one beautiful, unending tapestry of life. So beautiful in all our diversity, so beautiful in all of our colors and textures, so beautiful in all of our ways. So we let that light, we are grateful for that light, shine on our ways. Shine on our ways of love, on our ways of peace, on our ways of joy, on our ways of compassion, in our ways of support. We are grateful for it all, for it all. And feeling so grateful and appreciative for life, for this gift of life. We say our statement of abundance together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. All right, this is going to be a great month. I can feel it already. I bet you can too. And so we'll end with an affirmation. You probably already know what it's going to be, but I'll say it one time. I am loved. I am love. I am lovable forever. Are you ready? I am loved. I am love. I am lovable forever. Again, I am loved. I am love. I am lovable forever. One more time. I am loved. I am love. I am lovable forever. Great. That one feels good. All right. So we'll end our service with the peace song as usual. And yeah, so stand up, sit down, shout, 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 whatever you want to do with the peace song. All right. Let's start it. I just want to say before we start it, I love you, I love you, I love you. I can still say it.
Let there be peace on earth and let